KALB, this is a First Alert forecast.
Welcome back and thank you for joining us this evening. We do have a few isolated scattered storms out there on First Alert radar right now. Earlier, more of that was concentrated on our southern parishes. That has moved to our south. Now we have more storms rolling in from the northeast. We'll put a pause on radar here so you can see that a little bit better. These storms out in portions of Catahoula and Concordia Parish had some gusty winds on them a little bit earlier. Those winds have started to die down. The storms overall out in that area have started to weaken some, but now we have these two isolated storms that are severe. We'll go ahead and zoom in onto those real quick, talk a little bit more about that. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in place for portions of Natchitoches and Sabine Parish for the next 3 minutes. Would not be shocked to see this severe thunderstorm warning be allowed to expire. The storm has weakened pretty significantly over the past 5 to 10 minutes, but it is tracking off gradually to the northwest. You'll see it there moving out toward Bellwood in about 14 minutes and Middle Creek Church in about 37 minutes. And then the second severe thunderstorm warning just came down a few moments ago, runs through 6:45 for portions of Natchitoches and Wynn Parish in our area. It clips a very small portion of Red River Parish just beyond our borders. Again, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts going to be the primary concern with this storm, and it's moving off to the southwest at about 20 miles per hour. So that puts it near Creston in about 6 minutes, Campty in about 25 to 30 minutes, and if this were to hold together, eventually Powhatan in about 39 to 45 minutes. With that said, I know there's some ETAs for Natchitoches and Allen out there. Hopefully this storm will weaken below severe limits before it makes it out that way. Some of us today have seen very small amounts of rain. In fact, AX only picked up about 1/100 of an inch of rain. Areas in northern Rapides Parish, though, picked up between 1 and 2 inches of rain, where you see kind of that light green color. That's where we have estimates around an inch. Then right here in extreme southeastern Rapides Parish and in western Avoyelles Parish, that's where radar's picking up between 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain. And in northern Avoyelles Parish, where you start to see that lighter blue, those are radar estimates of about 2 inches of rain today. Now, with that said, here at AEX officially, we only registered about 1/100 of an inch of rain. Keep in mind, this is not added up into these totals until tomorrow. So for the month of August, at the airport at least, we're still about a little over 1/2 inch below where we should be for this point in the month. However, we are almost 1/2 inch above where we should be for rainfall this year. With that said, I know the airport didn't receive as much rain as we did in town in Alexandria. So if you take those totals into account, in the city, we're probably right about where we need to be with our rainfall for this time of the year. So as we go through the next couple of hours, these isolated storms will continue. After about 8 to 9 o'clock, anything on the radar will begin to fizzle out pretty quickly. Going through the rest of the night, things stay quiet. And by Tuesday afternoon, those isolated storms return. I've got about a 30% chance of rain in the forecast for tomorrow. And of course, that will continue into the early evening as well. You will notice those chances of rain do start to go up as we head toward the middle and latter part of this week, and then gradually start to decrease once again as we head toward the end of the weekend. With that said, here's a quick check of things in the tropics. We've got major hurricane Aaron out there, still a Category 4 storm. And then off the west coast of Africa, there's a new wave to watch here. The Hurricane Center giving this a 60% chance of developing into a tropical cyclone within the next 7 days. Now, I'm about to be out of time here, so we got to take a look at that First Alert 7-day forecast. But if you do want to see why I'm not as concerned about that new wave from now, make sure to tune into our live stream tonight at 9 p.m. You can stream that on your Roku, Fire TV, or Apple TV device. In the meantime, though, here's a look at that First Alert 7-day forecast. Temperatures do cool off a little bit toward the end of the week. We'll see highs back in the lower 90s.
Yeah, I want to hear about the hurricane. So how do we do that again?
If you have a Roku, a Fire TV, or an Apple TV, make sure you have the free KALB app downloaded. You don't have to make an account or deal with passwords or any of that. And at 9 o'clock this evening, I'll send a notification to the news app on your phone. When you get that, just open the app on your smart TV, and we'll talk a little bit about the tropics and the weather for this week.
Sounds easy. Thank you, Jake. Well, a big